Hello, maintenance system administrators. Okay, so today I'm going to be showing you how to administer the ticketing system. So the first login that I'm going to use is going to be my own login. Now my login is specifically tailored to only seeing general maintenance requests. So when I log in, the first thing I'm going to see is my general dashboard. So each of your regular administrators are going to see exactly this. They're going to see what the majority of their tickets are, all of these types of things. But for the most part, what they're going to be interested in is what's happening in this overviews tab. And the overviews, it's going to show you what's unassigned and what's open. This will let you see all of the tickets that have been coming in. So for a lot of these are all just samples. These actually are all samples. Now, I sent an email out earlier, and Cora sent an actual ticket request. So what we can do is we can take a look at that one and see what's here. So she's saying, follow-up request for installation of additional power outlet in MSO lower base. For further inquiries, please coordinate with Patrick Cabrera, warehouse manager. Now, me as a technician or whatever that may fall under this category, what I can do is I can leave a response here, and I can look here on the right hand pane to look for their phone number, and I can give them a call back. If I happen to be PBSI, I would put any pertinent PBSI information here, or if this happened to be in the wrong queue and does not belong in general maintenance and belong to, say, electrical or plumbing, I could forward that to the appropriate location, and then the correct people would see it. What I set my account as is to have the access to be able to view electrical, general, and plumbing, because it's sort of a jack of all trades, catch all account. I cannot view the PBSI because I wouldn't be in a position to work on that in this fake scenario. So what you'd want to do is you'd want to leave a comment here and then respond to that. If they call, this is the ticket number that they're going to reference. Now, what I can do when I'm done viewing this ticket, I'm going to close it here. And then just basically, this is really the only thing that your standard technician is going to need to worry about, is finding these tickets, okay, and then responding to them. So this one's a sample. And what I'm going to do with this is, let's say that there's nothing that I want to do with this, or I've worked on it already and I could close it as spam. This would be the appropriate response. It would be to close it as spam because it's really just a sample. But let's say that it was an actual ticket and I want to actually do something with it. So I'm going to uncheck these and go back to this sample. And with this one ticket, I'm going to assign it to the general maintenance group, okay? The owner, I would select my name. There will be more names here once I have the actual names that'll be responsible. The state, this is important. Now what you want to do is you want to set the state of your ticket to the appropriate setting. Whether that's going to be pending close, which means you're nearing completion, reminder, which means there's, something that's supposed to trigger. But for the most part, we're going to be using opening flows, okay? So for this one, we want to make sure to close all of these tickets because that's going to remove them from our queue once they're done. That's only once they're done. The priority, for the most part, all of these are going to fall under normal priority. Once we do this, we're going to notice that the number here is going to decrease to 4. And it's going to sort that accordingly, okay? You are required to leave a comment to say what you've done. And this is very important for the audit trail of this process. So with this, I'm going to say, this was only a simple ticket, closing for training purposes, okay? And then once you update this, that's it. It will close out, and then this number goes down to 4. What I do as somebody who's worked on ticketing systems for the past almost 20 years, is just close everything that you possibly can as quickly as you possibly can to not let your queue get out of hand, or to make sure that these are routed to the appropriate locations where they need to be. Okay? Now what I'm going to show, this is the standard technician's view. Okay? But there's going to be one super user account, or others, honestly, if that's what you'd like to do. But there's going to be one super user account. And the super user account is going to be the one, someone like Sherry, who's going to run this and view absolutely every process that's happening. They'll be able to do things like run the reports so that they can view the types of reports that are going on. If you wanted PBSI reports, we can customize these in the future so that they can give you more of what you'd actually like to see. But this one would give you a running list of all of the tickets that you've done. It could be for a particular month. It could be for the week, so that you can just see what's visible then, or even for the day, or a real-time view. But we'll go ahead and check month, and then what you do is you download to see everything that was submitted for the month, and that way if you wanted to just view what was happening, you get a quick Excel spreadsheet that just gives you a quick view. And then, as I said, these can all be customized as we go through and create other types of reports. But in addition to all of that, as the super user ticketing, you get the option where you can review all of the tickets that are coming in. So it doesn't matter if it's PBSI or if it's general maintenance or plumbing. You become the super user of this, and you can route them accordingly. So let's say this radiology equipment was accidentally sent to your general maintenance, which this is something that could easily happen. You're going to review it here, and you're going to update its status and say, okay, this one belongs in just temporarily for a reference. We're gonna forward this to general maintenance. So we'll make it general maintenance, and we'll say it's going to be assigned to me, and we're going to say it's still open, and then we're going to put the normal priority and confirm that. And what that's going to do is it's going to update it, updating to general maintenance. We know that this is wrong because this one is actually about some medical equipment, so we do know it's supposed to be PBSI. And there you go, that'll update that so that it'll show. I lost my radiology ticket. Okay, so I'm going to come down here in the open tickets to the radiology, and you'll notice that this one has been assigned general maintenance now. But then you know what? This one's not supposed to be here like this. This one is actually supposed to be PBSI. So what we can do is we can send it back to PBSI. And for this one, we're going to set it as the maintenance account. We'll have the user of the PBSI in the future, and then you'll be able to select their name in particular. Set it back to open, of course. Put it on normal. Here we're getting email notifications here. We'll go ahead and confirm that, and then that should reroute this again back to its appropriate queue in the PBSI. And I have to say, accidentally sent to general. We'll update that though. And then when we do that, this radiology is updated again back to PBSI the way it belongs. And when we view this actual ticket, we can see the running history of everything that's happened here. Updating the general maintenance, that was a mistake. Accidentally sent to general, belongs in PBSI. And you'll be able to keep a running history of everything. And the user who actually submitted this will be able to also update anything in here. And then all of the information on the right-hand pane can be updated So when they do receive it, when they have all of this additional PBSI information, they can take all of this down here so that they can keep a running track of everything. And really that's it for maintaining the system. There are of course advanced features that come with running the reports and also with building up a knowledge base on everything. But these are things that can be done as the time goes by. You can find some documentation online, but for the general ins and outs and the everyday functionality of the system, everything can be maintained here. And if you guys have any questions, you can just contact me and we can discuss any of this. Thank you very much and have a good day.